So how do you know if you're ready to date again after a relationship with a narcissist? Many people can wonder about this and have mixed feelings. So I'm going to go through 10 signs that you are ready to date again so that you can be confident, feel safe, and even excited to get out there and date again. Hello and welcome to the Revelation Station, where we talk and take action on healing from narcissistic abuse. I'm Marie and I'm so excited to share with you 10 signs so you'll know if you're ready to date again after a bad relationship. So how do you know? After narcissistic abuse, we could swear off relationships for the rest of our lives, or maybe some of us miss the huggles and snuggles that you get in a relationship, and so we can go back to dating too soon, but this can lead to even more pain if we pick the wrong person. So this video is going to cover how to know if you are ready, and if you're not quite ready, you'll know what you'll need to do so that you can get ready, so that you can feel safe and empowered to date again if that's what you want. So the first sign is that you're over your ex, so you're not still mourning them, which sounds really obvious, but it's important that we've let go of that previous relationship in terms of the hopes and expectations we might have had for our future with them. We're not obsessing over them, we don't have bitterness towards them. And I thought that we would have to be completely over someone, but it can be normal to feel sad from time to time when we think of a loss that we've experienced. What I mean is, if it's to the extent where we are all consumed with the thoughts and feelings of the loss of that person and the disappointment, then we may not be ready to start dating again. There needs to be a space in your heart and your mind and your life to welcome someone else into it. And this is really your choice. It's a personal choice and a decision that only you can really make on that. And it doesn't have to be dictated by how much time has passed since you split up either. Number 2, you support yourself emotionally. It's so important to be a source of emotional support to yourself so that you tend to your own emotional wounds, and then you can have an expectation that other people will also be tending to their own emotional stuff, and you can allow them to do that. So we're not looking to rescue or be rescued or be someone's everything. If you are going through any kind of emotional pain, as long as you are tending to yourself, then you can still have that healthy relationship with other people. When we care about ourselves in this way, we are more likely to enter into quality relationships with other people, and others are also more likely to lend that emotional support to us. We're setting the standard for how to treat us because we're already supporting ourselves, and then we can just accept more of that from other people. It's also important to be prepared to start sharing in some of this emotional processing of feelings as you grow closer with someone else in a relationship. Number 3 sounds so awful, and it's that you're not desperate. And I only say this because I've been there. So after the first narcissist I dated, and I dated someone else, but it wasn't quite right, I was desperate to meet my husband, and every day I would demand, where is he? Where is my husband? And this desperation just created more desperation in my life. I did attract someone, but they were the biggest narcissist I have ever dated in my entire life. We need to get into this energy of receiving goodness and greatness and being deserving of that, rather than having this demand that something appears in our life right now. It doesn't always work like that. It needs to be a preference of ours that we would, prefer to be in a relationship, and we might be open to receiving that. It can't be an absolute need, like your life depends on it. Why? Because then we're in this cycle of, I'll be happy when, I'll be happy when I'm in a relationship. I'll be happy when I'm married. And when we have these desperate needs and feelings that we'll be happy when, we can really fall prey and victim to someone that comes along and, you know, pretends to be that person that will be our everything, that is our happiness. And it just doesn't work that way. We need to get ourselves more into an energy and alignment of being worthy and receiving of love, and knowing that we're going to be fine whether or not we meet someone, but it's our preference to be in a relationship and we're open and seeking it, but it's not going to dictate our complete happiness. We can be happy whether we're in a relationship or not. Number 4, you love and value yourself. You can say I love you to yourself and mean it, because you probably heard this, that we need to love ourselves before we can truly love another. If we don't love ourselves, then we kind of, in a relationship, it's this dynamic of, I'll be your everything if you'll just be my everything. And it just doesn't work, you know. We end up with a narcissist who pretends to be our everything and then is our nothing. So if we don't love ourselves, we're basically going out there into the world and saying, look, you know, I'm faulty goods here, I'm not lovable, but please love me anyway. And it just doesn't work. But if you love yourself, then you're not looking for anyone else to validate that you are lovable. You know that you're lovable, and you find the value in yourself. And you also believe that you deserve to be loved. If someone was in a relationship with you, they would be a lucky person. You know the value that you would bring to that relationship. Number 5, you have boundaries. You know what you will and won't accept from someone else. So you have your non-negotiables that will have you leave in a relationship if they're crossed. You have standards for how you will be treated and what you'll accept. And you also might have some personal preferences on some things that you would like and dislike in a relationship, and that you're willing to ask for them as well. You have consequences if someone tries to infringe upon one of your boundaries, and you'll have follow through if someone does do that. I thought I had this, and I was dating someone who was lying about their past, and I did not stick to the boundaries that I thought I had. So it's really important that you do have that courage of conviction to stick to your boundaries. If you're not sure about boundaries, I do have a separate video all about boundaries, which will really help you be clear and know how you will implement and stick to them in the future. So check that video out if you've not already. You also have a really strong response to your own gut instincts. So you will take your gut instinct over how someone is presenting themselves to you. You know, a narcissist often comes in and they try and make this fantastic first impression, but a lot of it is just a big act. It's not really them. So you have a really strong connection to your own gut instinct on people, and you're willing to follow through on that. Despite what you see out there, if someone's acting like they're saying all the right things, doing all the right things, but you just have this feeling that something's not quite right, you know that you are going to have your own back and stick to your own beliefs, and you're going to follow through on your gut instincts despite there being a lack of, you know, external evidence. You are also clear on what you are not looking for and what you are looking for as well. Number 6, your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship in your life. You are committed to yourself, and you know that you're not just going to go all in on a relationship and abandon yourself. Even if this relationship appears and feels really good, you're going to keep that connection with yourself, and you're going to take things at your own pace. You might have your daily or weekly activities, lifestyle and routines, and you're prepared to keep that commitment to yourself and your routines. You're not going to just let that slip away because of a new relationship. Your relationship with yourself is more important to you than any potential relationship you could have with anyone else in the future. You are all in on your relationship with yourself, and you meet your own needs. You don't need a relationship. And this really weeds out a narcissist because they want to be all in. They want to move things usually fairly fast and to, you know, get that control over the other person. But when you take your time. Your relationship with yourself is more important. You consider your own needs and you keep your own lifestyle and activities and that relationship with yourself, then this really weeds out a narcissist, because they don't stand the test of time and they probably won't be prepared to stick around with someone that has those boundaries and that is committed to themselves. This sounds a bit strange, but when I was dating and I felt pressured to move ahead in a relationship faster than I was comfortable, I thought of it in terms of, what if this person was a dad? How would they want their child to be? If they had a daughter, would they be comfortable with another man pressuring her to further the relationship? Or would they teach their daughter to have boundaries and take things at their own rate and know that there's nothing wrong with that? If I were to have children with someone, I would want them to teach these things to their children. And so it was actually a real turn off for someone to want to pressure someone to be in a relationship, because it's just not a healthy way of being. Number 7, you have an emergency exit plan. So if things don't work out, you know why you would leave and how you are going to do that. You have a plan of escape, so to speak. You know how you would get out of a bad relationship if things turned sour, and you can rely on yourself that you will follow that plan. It's really important to have this if we've had a bad relationship, and I actually can't take credit for this emergency exit plan. I was on a date once and the guy said he was looking for a long-term relationship, and I said to him, are you ever worried that, you know, things might not work out? And he said, that's when you need the emergency exit plan. So I actually took this on board from him, and it's just so valuable. So what are the things that you would need an emergency exit plan for? It might be lying, cheating, or any kind of violence displayed by the other person. Think about what you would need in order to get out, so that you've got that plan in place if you were to ever need it. It might include, you know, a financial reservoir, some savings that you keep to the side, or just the mentality alone that, you know, if things really went south, you wouldn't stick around for it because you have standards and you just wouldn't accept it. So what is your emergency exit plan? Number 8, you've created a life you love, or you're in the process of creating this life. And it really doesn't matter what this is. So it could be anything from the activities you choose to do and your hobbies, to a job or a side hustle, or maybe you want to change careers, or maybe you just want to travel more in your life or experience living in a different location or country. Whatever it is, by creating the life that you love first, you are sending the message out that you are not waiting for love in order for you to start living your life now. This can even help you and lead you to meeting the person, because if you're doing things and getting out and about doing the things that interest you, then you'll meet more like-minded people, and you never know, that could develop into a relationship. So you really have already a full life that you can share with someone else in a relationship. I know for me, I always really wanted to travel, and I grew up in a town where I didn't meet people that wanted to travel like I did. And it was only when, after some failed relationships, I decided, well, I'm going to travel on my own then. I went ahead and traveled and started meeting people that were more like-minded, and ended up having a relationship with someone that also loves to travel. Number 9, because you want to. When you think of dating, it feels good to you. You want to meet new people, you want to mingle, you want to date. You want to expand your social circle, which, by the way, is a fantastic way of potentially meeting a new partner. And you'll probably want to learn about yourself and have self-growth as well, the kind of growth that comes from having a relationship with someone else. Maybe you want to share your life and life experiences with someone else as well. So this just feels good to you, and that's how you know you're ready. And finally, number 10, you have an open heart and an open mind. If you're going to date and potentially find a long-term partner, it's really important that you're open to this experience. Your heart is open and ready, you know, to find love with someone else. You can't protect your heart from all eventualities. So with the dating experience, there are naturally some ups and downs. It's possible that you will get hurt, not in a narcissistic abuse kind of way, but sometimes it just happens that you meet someone and it's the wrong place or the wrong time, or it just doesn't work out for whatever reason. If we have had a previously bad relationship or we've been hurt in the past, it's common to have some fear around dating. But just know that even if you've dated a narcissist in the past, that does not mean that that is a life sentence. Your relationship to yourself is the most important relationship, and if you can really build a strong relationship with yourself and work on the other things that I've mentioned in this video, you really have nothing to fear because you have your own back. So I remember being terrified of dating again. I stopped dating for a couple of years after a narcissistic relationship, and when I went back into dating, I arranged a date with someone, and it was only when I was walking to meet them at a coffee shop that I was overcome with emotion, and I realized that I was terrified. I got quite emotional, and I realized in that moment that what I was really terrified of was losing myself again, was losing myself to someone else and not knowing who I was anymore, because I'd done so much work to get to a place where I had a good relationship with myself. So in that moment, I made a promise to myself that no matter what happened on this date, if this ended up being a relationship or in any other potential relationship with anyone else, I was going to keep this commitment to myself 100% and have my own back. And it's really when we do that that we can feel safe and know that whatever happens, we're going to be okay. I want to mention a quick word on faith. If you feel like you're ready to date, have faith in yourself that you are in control of your choices. So you get to choose who gets close to you and who stays close to you. Also, have faith that there are good people out there in the world. In fact, there are millions of good people out there, and you only need to meet one of them. When you're dating, if things don't work out the way you wanted, especially if things don't work out how you wanted, trust in the process of dating. Know that if you continue supporting yourself, learning and growing through your experiences, you are just becoming more and more ready to receive and enter into a loving, healthy relationship with someone else. You're not failing at dating just because you're not meeting the person of your dreams right now. You are simply preparing and getting yourself even more ready to meet someone even more amazing in the future. And you never know when that's going to happen. So keep your faith and keep working on yourself. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I would love to know what your biggest takeaway is, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Take care. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so that you're notified every time I upload a new weekly video. If you head on over to revelationtherapy.com, I've also created a few free resources for you to help you on your healing journey. There's currently a free workbook and a checklist, and I'm adding to those all the time. So be sure to check those out. I'll leave the link in the description below. And if you have any questions at all, you can find me on most social media channels at Revelation Therapy. For now, sending you so many positivities to help you on your healing journey, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. So that's 2 and this is number 1. So this is a great start. Maybe I just like doing the peace sign. I'm a bit of a peaceful princess. Please don't put that princess thing in. Every time I make a mistake, I'm like, don't put that in, don't put that in. You can see my bra strap. Don't put that in. So I'm going to cover 5, it's not even 5 signs. Checking for bra straps, bra strap check done. That was going well, and then I don't quite know what I did wrong. La 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 la, la 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 la. That was a bit clunky. Oh my god, my leg went to sleep. Dearie gumdrops. I never say dearie gumdrops. So number 4, you can say, no, that's not number 4. You know it. Number 5. Oh, my tea's got cold. These bloody bra straps. Standards of how you know you don't know. You really just don't know. I think we'll just think that this one did not work. I actually thought that was pretty good. Even if they appear to be doing all the right things, I am just repeating myself over and over and over again. I'm not that clear on the old gut instinct thing, am I? But I have discussed that before. Let's try it one more time. Oh, the light's gone out. One sec. Those lifestyles. You're gonna keep up with that activities. Cut. So, wardrobe malfunction. That probably came out really wishy-washy. Number 7, you have an emergency exit plan. Can you see the scratch on my head? Maybe. It's really hard to do 8. Step 8. It's not even steps. Oh my god. Okay. I am just talking nonsense. Okay, let's practice. I guess I'll do that one more time because it's a little clunky. Clunky. That's probably not the best way of saying it. I need to practice my storytelling. Why can I not say this sentence? I hate talking to a round thing.